I recently added these KINGGERI roof rack crossbars to our family's 2024 Kia Telluride S. These were gifted to me to try out and share my thoughts on, so I'll show you what came in the box and how the installation went, and then I'll also show you how they look and how sturdy they are once they're fully installed. The whole kit came packaged really nicely in bubble wrap. Everything showed up in really good shape. It comes with 4 heavy-duty aluminum brackets, each of which are lockable, comes with a hardware kit, and then the 2 central aluminum tubes. The 2 aluminum tubes are thicker in the front and narrower in the back, and that's supposed to make it kind of like a wing-like design to help combat wind noise while you're driving. This is one of the aluminum brackets. They are incredibly heavy-duty and sturdy, and everything was labeled very easy for installation. Assembly was really simple. The instructions come on only 2 pages, and the step-by-step instructions were really easy to follow, and they also include some helpful tips in there as well. The most important thing when assembling this was just making sure that you knew which bar was in the front and which one was in the back. The front bar is longer and the rear bar was shorter, and then the brackets were labeled left and right and had arrows pointing towards the front of the vehicle, just like the bars did. Once you make sure that you have your brackets and the rails aligned properly, you use the Allen key to unscrew the bolts, and then you insert the bar into the bracket and then resecure, but don't tighten the bolts all the way because you want to be able to adjust it once it's on top of the vehicle. Then you'll just go ahead and do the same thing with the next 3 brackets. Again, just really making sure that you've got the arrows pointing the right direction and that you have the brackets aligned correctly. The next step is to use the keys provided to unlock each of the brackets, and then you'll use the large hex key to loosen up these bolts here, making sure to leave the smaller ones above them untouched. When unscrewing the larger bolts, just make sure not to take them all the way off. You want to loosen them just enough that you'll be able to adjust the bracket once it's on top of the vehicle. Once that's done, you're ready to install the crossbars on the roof. The instruction manual shows you the ideal position to put them in. You'll just go around to the driver's side and look at that diagram to show you where to put them. Loosening those large bolts allowed there to be room to wiggle these to get them to fit down. So I just did left and then right on the front, and then left and then right on the back. And it did take a little bit of wiggling, but they went on pretty easily. Here's what the bracket looks like fully seated on the roof rail. They already felt pretty sturdy. You go ahead and you tighten the bolts up, and once you do that, these are rock solid. Once you have everything lined up and set where you want it, you'll use the hex key to tighten up those large bolts, and then you'll use your key to lock the cover plate back on the bracket. One thing to note is that you want the key in the horizontal position when you're getting ready to attach the plate, otherwise it won't fit. So you'll do the same thing on all 4 brackets, just tightening those larger bolts and then putting the cover plates back on. And then once that's done, you'll use the Allen key to tighten the bolts that we left loose that connect the bracket to the bar itself. And after that, they're ready to go. That's it for installation. It was just a couple of steps and super easy. And here's what they look like all installed. They're very sleek, and I love how the black color matches our vehicle. And they are also incredibly sturdy. I was giving these some pretty substantial tugs, and they were not going anywhere. So very excited to be able to use these for our family road trips. We love to bike and kayak, and these hold up to 330 pounds, so we should have no problems being able to take everything we need to. Overall, I'm really happy with the quality and durability of these and the ease of assembly, so if you are in the market for some roof racks, I think these are definitely worth it.